Hey, Terry Lee, are you going to attend Cowie's annual general meeting?
Gee, I don't know, Andrea. What's an annual general meeting and why would I attend?
Well, Terry Lee, you are a member of Cowie, and only members get to go to the meeting. This is an opportunity to meet with other members, get information and updates on the work that Cowie has done since our last AGM, and have a say in who will govern Cowie and look after our finances over the year.
Wow, Andrea, that seems really awesome. Who else can be a Cowie member?
Membership is open to anyone who is 18 years old or older, who self-identifies as a woman or gender diverse and resides in Ottawa-Gatineau. All new members will be acknowledged by the Board of Directors at the start of the meeting. But they have to have filled out a membership application that can be found on the Cowie website.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. So tell me a little bit of what else happens at that meeting.
Cowie, like all other nonprofit organizations, must hold once a year. Now, here's some of the things that actually happen at an AGM. Members review minutes from the previous AGM on any special meetings of the membership that may have taken place over the year. Members will review and adopt any changes to Cowie's bylaws, which are the rules that govern how we operate. Members can also review and adopt a report from Cowie's executive director that summarizes Cowie's achievements over the year. Members will review and consider financial statements of the corporation. They will also be able to reappoint or appoint an auditor who will make a report on our finances for the next AGM. Members will elect directors, for instance, to fill out any vacant positions on Cowie's board of directors. And often, special guests present on issues important to people living in Ottawa. This year, there will be a panel of reimagining public space and community safety for women, Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Wow, Andrea, this meeting is really important. So as a member, how can I get more involved in what happens there?
That's the great thing about Cowie, Terry Lee. There are so many opportunities for members to get involved. This includes the AGM. You could, for instance, propose changes to the bylaws of Cowie by sending your ideas to Cowie and directing them to the bylaw committee. This can be done at any time during the year between meetings, but definitely as far in advance of the meeting date as possible. You can also get involved in organizing the AGM by letting one of Cowie directors or staff know that you're interested in helping out. Another thing you could do is make a motion, which is a proposal, about how Cowie operates and what initiatives we take on so that board members can vote on it. A motion like that should be sent to the Cowie Board of Directors as far in advance of the meeting date as possible. But members can also make motions or proposals during the meetings if it relates to the agenda that we're discussing. Last but not least, after the meeting, you can actually join a Cowie committee or attend one of the many Cowie functions that are organized throughout the year. This is how decisions we make at the AGM, as well as other parts of Cowie's mandate, get carried out.
I can see there's a lot of opportunities for me to be more actively involved in Cowie and in the AGM itself. So if I wanted to make a motion, what do I do?
If you want to make a motion, Terry Lee, you can write it out in advance and send it to the Cowie Board of Directors for consideration. You would write, for instance, I move, and so on, and follow that with an explanation of what you'd like to see happen. You will, however, need to get at least one person to support your motion when you submit it. That person would be the seconder to your motion. If you make a motion at the meeting itself, you would simply raise your hand to speak virtually, tell everyone your name, and then go through the same process. If someone seconds your motion, then everyone will get to discuss it and vote on it.
Okay, so then how do the decisions get made at the AGM?
That's also where you come in. Members who attend the meeting will be asked to vote on motions that are introduced there.
How does that work?
Someone makes a motion like, for instance, I move we adopt the changes to Cowie's bylaws. Then someone needs to second that motion by raising their hand virtually, providing everyone with their name, and saying, "I second that motion." Usually, there is a time for questions and or discussion before a vote is taken. Sometimes, members propose small changes to the motion, and you have a vote on whether or not you want those changes before you finally vote on the motion itself. Now, each member gets one vote on each motion and one vote in each election. If you agree with the motion, when the chairperson asks, "All in favor?" you raise your hand virtually. If you don't agree with the motion, when the chairperson asks, "All opposed?" you raise your hand again virtually. Now, if you don't want to vote on a motion or are not sure which way to vote, when the chairperson asks, "Any abstentions?" raise your hand. Now, this year, the AGM will be online and virtual. When voting, the host will definitely be launching the polls, and a small window will pop up on your screen with the question/motion, including options for a response. Once all participants have voted, the host will close the polls. The voting will automatically be counted, and the host can then share the results while keeping voters anonymous.
I've never been to a big Zoom meeting like this. How am I going to know what to do?
Don't worry, Terry Lee. When the meeting opens, there'll be someone there to explain all of that to you. And the person chairing the meeting will remind you from time to time what you have to do to vote and what you have to do to participate.
Wow, Andrea, from what you've told me, as a member of Cowie, it's really important for me and for Cowie that I attend this meeting. I really can't wait to get there and find out about how I can get more involved in all of the great work that Cowie does in Ottawa. Count me in, I'm going to be there.
Awesome, great. I'll see you there.